Good afternoon, N.W.A. It is your boy, Niner Sickness, with the N.W.A. podcast. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Don't be afraid to say hello. Welcome to this Monday Niner Talk. It is official. The 49ers off-season program started today. About 80 plus players showed up to the voluntary practice. You seen Jimmy G with a big old smile. You saw a bunch of players ready to mix it in, ready to get in and put in the work, and let's get that Super Bowl, baby. Let's get the Super Bowl, baby. Oh, yeah. What's up, John? How you doing, sir? How you doing, John? Good to see you. Good to see you like always. Tom, what's up, Tom? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, Tom. Good to see you, Tom. Yeah, man. About 80 plus players showed up today to the practice. They don't have to show up, but they showed up. That shows positive vibes, man. This team is ready. They're coming together. The players are excited. I seen George Kittle fired up. I seen Jeff Wilson Jr. fired up. Javon Kinlaw was fired up. Trey Sermon showed up, fired up. 2021, I expect it to be a great, great season for us. I am taking nothing less. I'm taking nothing less than a great season. That's right. We are going to kick butt and take no prisoners. We're going to kick butt and take no prisoners. Tom, we're going to have fun. Florida Mike will be joining me in a few minutes, so be patient. He is just taking care of some things. He will be joining me tonight, Florida Mike. E-Man is not able to join me, but he'll start doing the shows going forward. And Mr. Boston Hater himself, he is working tonight, so he will be absent, but it is all right. We are all family, and we'll keep it up here on Monday. So I'm excited to see how Trey Lance looks practicing with the veterans. That's what I want to hear. How is Trey Lance working with the veterans? That's what's going to get me excited. There's my boy Florida Mike. Let me bring him in. What's up, Florida Mike? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Welcome to the show, brother.
Different platform, huh?
Yeah, I'm testing this one out. It's free. It has the Powered by Stream logo on the top, which is fine. But I want to make sure that we don't get cut off like we do in Ecamm. So I want to see if we have a steady flow based on my internet. So we'll roll with this one and give it a try, see how it works.
Cool, man.
Hey, Florida Mike.
I can hear you. What happened?
How you doing tonight, brother?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, my brother. How you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just ready to talk some football. I was talking to everybody as you came in that about 80 plus players showed up today to camp, involuntary, but they showed up with a big smile. George Kittle, man, he's trying to grow a beard, and you can tell he can't, but he's trying. But he's all smiles. Jimmy G looked all smiles coming in. By the way, can you see the messages? John Hannon says, hi, Mike.
Hey, what's going on, John? How you doing?
Tom says hello.
All right, bro. Tom, that's my guy, man. What's up, Tom?
So, guys, let me know if we freeze at any moment. If we freeze during this broadcast, let me know in the comments so that I can see if it does. Hopefully, it won't, and we'll give this platform a chance. Hopefully, this is Oh no, this one's better. Trying to. That one's better. So anyway, if this one seems to work, we'll probably roll with this one. So man, how was your weekend, brother?
It was cool, man. Just got a lot of stuff going on and trying to prioritize things in order. But everything's going pretty good, man. I actually watched. I was watching tonight with my daughter the Cobra Kai series, and she's learning about Mr. Miyagi and Karate Kid, the original. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, so you up to date? Or are you behind?
I'm probably behind. I just started watching it. Like I watched a lot of episodes because I actually got hooked to it. Like, I was shocked. I started. It had flashbacks, so I don't know about everybody on the show. I don't know the age demographics, but I'm an '80s baby. So
So am
anything
I.
from the '80s makes my attention locked in because when I saw those flashback clips of Mr. Miyagi and the way they used to dance back in the day, the type of music they played, you know, it brought back memories. And now I'm sitting here teaching my daughter not just about the history of Karate Kid, but also the '80s in general. And I think this show is really, really good. I actually love this show. I'm kind of hooked, and I've only been watching it for a couple of days, but I probably watched like one season in one day. Like I watched a lot of episodes, man. So we watched it for 2 hours tonight.
So you what season are you on?
I have no idea. I just been letting them play back to back. My daughter probably knows, but I'm at the part where the nerdy kid who's like getting rejected by every girl on the show, he just joined Miyagi's dojo, and
Okay,
it left off there.
okay. So you haven't okay because I was gonna mention a part that I think you will enjoy eventually, but you're
Mm-hmm.
far from that scene. So I won't mention because otherwise I'll give you a spoiler. And I don't want to do that. But if you're an '80s guy and you watch the movie, the Karate Kid movies, when you watch this certain scene, I believe it's in this last season, third, you'll get a kick out of it, man. I loved it. I watched it twice. It was fun for me. Tom says he's on season one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea what season I'm on. I saw the scene where Daniel defended his student from his student's former friends that he used to hang with. And he beat them all up, and they recorded it. And then the nerdy kid joined Daniel's thing. So that was pretty cool. I do like this Cobra Kai, the new one. I will say they're pretty flair. I like how their style, but overall, man, I got to rock with Mr. Miyagi, man. Wax on, wax off is classic. No, I don't care what Cobra Kai is doing today. I know where they originally came from. So, uh, yeah, I think Tom is saying I'm on season one. I see the comments now. He was saying I'm on season one, not him.
Oh, okay. So Tom,
So I'm just getting started.
so Tom knows what I'm talking about. When all I can say is they bring in the old school, in one of those shows, man. I'm not going to give more information because I really want you to enjoy it. But at the rate that you're going, you'll get there.
Oh yeah,
You'll know
yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
In 2 days, that's where I'm at. Like I've watched probably 2 3 hours of episodes because I've sat down. My daughter's into it, which is crazy. I thought I wouldn't like it because I'm like, man, every time they take something old, they screw it up. You know
No,
what I
they're
mean?
doing good.
But this one is so impressive. It's like Miami Vice. I didn't even see the new movie with Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx. I'm a huge Miami Vice fan, so I didn't even watch it because I don't want to see them screw it up.
Yeah, I hear
The
you.
Ghostbusters, I saw half of that. I hated it.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I
that
mean?
yeah, they messed that up, bro.
They screwed it up. Like they have a habit of screwing up old '80s classics. I can't like don't, if someone came out with Breaking today or Beat Street and try to duplicate that, they probably screw it up. Like just I gotta only the Goonies. They try to redo that. I can't take it, man. Back to the Future classics. Let the '80s be the '80s, man. We nothing duplicates the '80s. Damn it, best decade of all time.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of I used to love. Yeah, Tom says I love Knight Rider. Um,
Listen, I know this is a 49er show, but I'm sorry, I'm
it's all
reminiscing. I don't
right.
give a damn. Wait, on this show, we don't have a script. We go off script, so enjoy,
Correct.
damn it. We're going to get to our Niners. But
No,
if you're going to talk about Knight Rider, let's talk about it all, damn it. What about MacGyver? Because I love Knight Rider and Kit. That car that talked to him, but MacGyver was dope. 18. Uh, Thundercats.
Have you watched the new MacGyver that came out? It's pretty
Nope.
good.
They redo it. I can't do it, man. I'm stubborn, bro. Karate Kid is breaking me down a little bit, but Thundercats, He-Man. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, bro.
The classic Thundercats is my show, man.
I
love Thundercats.
Yeah, yeah, I love He-Man, Thundercats.
Don't forget about Night Court, Cincinnati TV, that show, WKRP, whatever it's called, something.
You ever watch Different Strokes?
Yes, absolutely.
Different Strokes.
Absolutely.
One that I watch right now is what is it called? What's Happening?
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That was fun. Those are fun.
Remember Unsolved Mysteries?
Yes.
Wasn't that scary back in the day?
Yeah, when we were
all the horror movies came out in the 80s. And I have to say this name because it's 80s. Michael Jackson. Don't care what nobody say. That Thriller video, classic. There will never be a video, in my opinion, that tops that because he set the tone for all these video type movies today. Thriller, Michael Jackson, best video ever, in my humble opinion. Yeah, Golden Girls. That's what's up, Dina. Now, Tom, was Family Matters more 90s? I thought, or maybe they were 80s. Maybe they were late 80s. I don't know.
No, they were 80s.
Late 80s? Okay. Because I remember them more in the 90s than the 80s. I don't know.
Yeah, Family Matters were definitely 80s.
Yeah, Tom put it on there. Yeah, Golden Girls is tight. Yeah, man. Murder, She Wrote. All those shows, man.
Oh, yeah. There's another one that I liked. It was not the Golden Girls. What was it called?
Don't forget about Gremlins.
Oh, Gremlins. Yeah.
Gremlins was a show too, man. Movies. Gremlins 1 and 2. They had a sequel.
Yeah, Gremlins 1, Gremlins 2. Don't Feed Them After Midnight.
Remember Little Shop of Horrors?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Hey, before we get to the show, I want to say this, man. I am upset with
Living Color. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I am upset with all of the people in horror movies that died the same way. When you run and the villain like Michael Myers and Jason is walking, they are freaking walking, and you hear that terrorizing music, and you're running and you stumble like 14 times. Yep. You deserve to die. No. I'm sorry. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, and maybe I'm bad for saying this. I rooted for Michael Myers because the people are so damn stupid. Like, first of all, if you got a town that he's butchered the entire street, why the hell are you still trick or treating on Halloween?
I'm not trying to be racist here, and I'm not going to be, but let's keep it real.
You start off a sentence like that, you're racist, but go ahead.
Hey, I'm sorry, but you get a Latina girl or a black girl running, ain't no way they're catching up to them. It's always the white girl that stumbles and falls, bro. I'm keeping it real.
You know what's funny, man? I was gonna say too. I don't understand how the hell these dudes get the worst type of deaths and they just come back like it's nothing. Like it just. I'm gonna tell y'all one of my favorite horror movie scenes. Go watch Halloween 4. Go on YouTube and just type in Michael Myers versus Brady. That is the funniest scene in the Michael Myers franchise to me. Michael Myers versus Brady. Okay? Basically, Brady tries to fight Michael Myers head on with a gun, and Michael Myers just takes a couple hits and smashes his head. It's like so funny. It's like you had the opportunity to run, but you want to fight Michael Myers? You got to be stupid. You are dumb. You deserve to die. Analyze a movie and how stupid these people are. The ones that got killed deserve it. I'm sorry. I'm glad Michael Myers took them all out.
Were you a big Nightmare on Elm Street?
So I am a Freddy Krueger hater. I'm gonna tell you why I'm a Freddy Krueger hater.
Okay.
Most of it is because my dad would not let me watch horror movies because he knew as a kid I'd be jumping in the bed with him. You know what I mean? He said, "You ain't watching none of this because I don't want you behind in the bed with me. You gonna sleep in your own room." And he was right because I didn't watch Freddy until I got older.
Really?
Yeah, true story. So I didn't like Freddy because I felt like he got all this hype, and when I finally watched him, I'm like, so you got to go to sleep for him to come see you. Michael Myers is my favorite. I'm a Michael Myers fan growing up. I was a huge Michael Myers fan. And when they did Jason versus Freddy, I was pissed because they let Freddy win, in my opinion, and they didn't have Michael Myers at the forefront. Michael Myers would have been a better formidable foe. Michael Myers has no fears, truly. Jason is a mama's boy. He's afraid of war. water. Michael Myers has no fear. He would have whooped Freddy in his world. They should have put Michael Myers at the forefront. And so all the Freddy Krueger fans, I'm sorry, but Michael Myers, baby, Team Michael Myers, that's the man.
Yeah, I watched
and
when I
Michael
was a
Myers
kid.
is a 49ers fan.
Yeah, when I was a kid, when I was a kid, I think I don't know if it came out in 76 or 77. So
Yeah, late
if it came out 77, I was 7 years old when I watched The Exorcist by myself when it came on
oh,
VHS.
all right. We're gonna talk about Nas. I ain't gonna talk about that movie. I saw the remake in 2000. I didn't watch the original with Linda Blair. I saw the remake that they did in 2000. Look, that's pretty much ended my horror movie love. I probably watched a few movies after that, but after that, I said, hell no. When I saw a little girl possessed doing the stuff she was doing, bro, I was freaked out. I said, all right, that's it. I ended up watching Disney movies with my daughter.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't watch the remake. I can imagine how worse it could be because of all the new technology.
They showed the demon's face, bro. I'm like, no, this is not some regular villain. Like, to me, Michael Myers is funny, right? Chucky is funny, but this is like a real life spiritual possession type ordeal. And from what I hear, the original cast, they had people die, like in real life after they filmed that movie. That was too much. You know what I mean? That's what I heard.
Which movie?
The original Exorcist. They had the actors died after making that movie.
Remember that movie? I forgot what it's called with the kid with the little girl in front of the screen. It was a horror movie. It wasn't as bad as Exorcist, but she died unexpectedly. But I watched the original Exorcist when I was a kid. I never been afraid of. I mean, me as a little boy, growing up, you had afraid of the closet and whatever. My grandma had some weird way of raising people up. Man, she screwed me up. She made me kiss the foot of a dead person when I was afraid of things in the dark. So I know that's not what fixed it, but and then one time my grandma told me to hold on to a chicken for her, and I was petting the chicken, and then she grabbed the chicken by the head and twisted it and killed it right there. I'm like 4 years old, bro. And she took that chicken from my hands and just broke the neck. I'm like, man, grandma was ruthless, man.
Oh, don't forget about Tales of the Crypt. I'm sorry.
I watched that yesterday.
Remember Tales of the Crypt?
I watched it yesterday. Matter of fact, that one in Creepshow.
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna get over the show. We had to reminisce for a minute, man. So
no, it's fun. There's not that many changes going on with the 49ers. Everything's pretty much the same. We're a small family here. Everybody's charping in. Let's keep it going, bro. I mean, we'll talk a little bit of 49ers, but let's keep it going. Let's talk about movies in the 80s.
I said,
I think it's fun.
For horror movies, I'm a Michael Myers fan. And I guess I'm a Freddy hater because I got tired of everyone hyping him up, and I wasn't exposed to him as much until I got older, like a teenager. And then once I watched him, I could say, damn, my dad was right. I would have been scared out of my mind had I watched Freddy Krueger in 2nd and 3rd grade. I would have not known what to do. So Michael Myers, to me, is a beast, and I would love to see him go up against Freddy Krueger and whoop Freddy Krueger instead of this who's the king of horror movies, because I believe Michael Myers would tear him up.
How does that phrase go with Braveheart? You can take away our lives, you cannot take away our freedom. I love that.
Man. So Tom said, ask, what is your favorite? Is that Tom that asked, what's your favorite movie of all time? Yeah, I see it. Tom. Oh, man, that's hard, man. Oof. I don't know, man. I might, if you ask me this tomorrow, I might have a new movie. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys this. For me,
thank you.
I'm factoring in all aspects, right? Not just entertaining, not just drama, everything in one. For me, I'm gonna say, I wouldn't say the movie Jackass. I would be joking because I do love Jackass.
Those are funny.
It is funny, but I need something that has a big message for everyone. I'm gonna look at. Okay, when I say my favorite movie of all time, I'm not saying it's the best movie of all time. There's a difference, okay? It's just my favorite. And it'll only be my favorite because it composes drama, it composes reality. It composes comedy. It composes a lot of everything that makes a great movie. If you had to ask Florida Mike what's his favorite movie of all time, I'm going to say Do the Right Thing.
Okay.
And I'm not saying it's the greatest movie, but Do the Right Thing is still, it's one of those movies that when it was made, it is still relevant to today. I don't see a lot of movies that people make and they talk about it 20, 30 years and it relates to real life. They might talk about it 20, 30 years because it was a classic film, but this movie is not only a classic film, it talks about real life. And I think every culture can watch that movie and look at it and say, damn, are we this stupid as humans to where we do not do the right thing? I mean, there was a scene in that movie where they had a 1.5 minute rant, a racist rant of every culture just going in on another culture, on each other. And you sit back and listen to the stuff that was said and you're like, how stupid can humans really be to hate somebody because they look different? Like, think about how dumb we are as people, bro. Like, when you were a kid, nobody really talked about anything about being different until you were taught. Think about it. You didn't know the difference between you and your friends until someone told you. And then you start adopting those ideas. It's a learned behavior. And I think that ignorant, racist behaviors become prevalent in people's actions because they're taught that by someone or something they saw on TV. They get exposed and they don't get guided correctly, and they grow up with this mindset, and all of a sudden they start thinking one way, and every culture is guilty of it. And we have people in every culture that's guilty of it. So I'm going to say Do the Right Thing in totality because I think it's a message everybody can get something from, every single culture, and we can do the right thing and get better if we learn from that, how that movie displayed the hatred from everybody. Because at the end of the day, nobody did the right thing. Maybe the old mayor that was drunk, but everybody in that movie didn't do the right thing, and that was the whole point of the movie.
Yeah, one of the movies that I liked in the 80s was Weird Science.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Smoking the Bandit was another one. Part 1 and Part 2. Part 3 was I don't know what they were doing with Part 3, man. He belonged in the truck, not in the Pontiac, man. He was trying to be but yeah, man, those are the movies to watch, man. The TV shows back in the 80s, growing up in the 80s. A lot of good movies, man. Fun to watch. She wants to come in?
Absolutely.
Come here, baby. Come on. My dog wanted to come in. So
hey, I tell you what movie I do like, though, that I could watch a lot is Terminator 2 from the 90s.
Oh, Terminator 2 really over 1?
Oh, hell yeah, by far. Hey, but I tell you this, Terminator. Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
My baby. Terminator. Yeah, Terminator. Well, Terminator 2 is when he became the good guy, and he was trying to help out Sarah Connor.
Yeah, Terminator 2 is my favorite Terminator of all the movies, still to this day. T-1000 was badass. But I tell you, in Terminator 1, if you go to that scene, you can look it up on YouTube where Arnold Schwarzenegger buys all these guns from some gun guy. He played in some movies before. He was in Gremlins 2, I believe, and Gremlins 1. Well, that store clerk, Arnold Schwarzenegger's like naming all these guns. He's like, hey, you got to pay for it. He just shoots them.
Yeah. He's like, yeah.
Every time I watch that scene, I just keep laughing, bro. Like, I know it's messed up that I'm laughing.
And he shot him with a shotgun, bro.
Yeah. Like, I know it's messed up that I'm laughing. These people are getting slaughtered, but
it's a movie, bro. Come on.
But I know, but it's so hilarious to me, like how they just die. Like you do that. Like if this dude's ordering all these guns and you're selling it to him, you gotta go.
you know that's the same character from Gremlins, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was on Gremlins 1 and 2.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He gotta go, man. He had to go.
Yeah.
You gotta go. Hey, before we get into the 90s, if we're talking about the 80s, I am not gonna leave one of my favorite bands out. Ernest. If you were 80s, you gotta know about Ernest. Y'all know about Ernest?
Oh, Ernest. Yeah, what's his name?
Ernest P. World. He had Vern. Know what I mean, Vern?
Yeah.
Ernest. Yeah, Javier knows what I'm talking about. Javier knows what I'm talking about. All right, Javier, thank you so much for that. Javier. Hey, go watch that scene, man. Please go watch the Terminator scene when Arnold's buying them guns. It just blows the dude up.
Yeah, he goes, you can't do that. Yeah, bye.
Oh my god! Did you know Ernest Saved Christmas and Jaws 3 was filmed right here in Orlando?
Oh, was
Just a
it
little trivia. And The Waterboy. The Waterboy is filmed in Orlando too.
the Water Boy? Okay.
It sure was. They used University of Central Florida as extras, and the football stadium's in the Citrus Bowl. Not
Yeah,
too
yeah.
far from where I live.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and watch
That was fun, man.
Terminator
Hey, I
2, man.
enjoyed this 80s talk, man. We'll have to do this again.
Whenever anybody says the Niners are not gonna make the playoffs,
Oh, you know what else was great in the 80s?
we'll replay that scene for the Terminator 2.
You know what else was great in the 80s?
Mm.
The 49ers got 4 Super Bowls.
Yep.
What a way to kick in that.
4 Super Bowls. That's when we got introduced to one of the greatest coaches of all time. We got introduced to Joe Montana out of Notre Dame. You know what I've been listening to? And it's free. It's audible on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole story of Steve Young. It's
Okay.
It's free. You can download it. I've been listening to it, and it talks about him when he went, from where he's from, going to play in college, how he was backing up Jim McMahon there, and he talks about how they were going to convert him into defensive. Did you know they were going to make him into a defensive back? But the coach that didn't want him to play as a quarterback wound up taking a job at San Diego State, left Brigham Young University, BYU, and they went up keeping him as a quarterback. And so it's like 50 hours, man. It's a lot, but
wow.
It tells you because he goes from when he started going to the AFL, coming to the NFL, going to the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this, but he's shared that back then in the 84, I think, or 84, 85, when he came to the Niners, that he was still under contract with the Buccaneers. But back then you can pay, not only give trade capital, but you can give money to that particular team for a player. So they gave Tampa a couple of draft picks and $1 million for Steve Young to be able to come over and play for the Niners. And he came over to the Niners under the assumption that Joe Montana was not going to play no more, because remember that year he got hurt against the Giants, and remember they rushed him to the hospital because he got hit in his back. What's the name that defensive end came?
Lawrence Taylor?
No. I forgot what his name. Nate, if Nate's still here, you know. He hit Joe Montana. He played for the Giants. Then later on he came to play with us on our team. I don't know. I forgot what his name was, but anyway, Steve Young came to the Niners under the impression that he was going to start when he came, and as we all know, he sat for what, 2 years, 2 years underneath Joe Montana.
Really? I thought he said more than that. I don't know.
Or was it more? But he was planning to play that particular year. He was traded. So, but the best thing he says that the best thing that can happen to him was to sit underneath Montana and learn what he learned, man. But it's a free audible on there. You don't have to pay for it. You can just download it, and it's nice listening. I just wanted to throw that out there, especially since I know you're a big Steve Young fan, bro.
Young is my favorite San Francisco 49er of all time.
He shares what he likes to eat. He shares it. You know that he struggles with anxiety really bad.
Hey, you never know what people go through, man. Just because they're great athletes don't mean that they don't have their things they struggle with. We're all human.
Yep. So it's interesting to hear, man. So if you guys get a chance, download it. When did Young join the Niners? I believe by listening to what I was just listening last night, in 1984. I could be wrong, but I believe it was 84.
Yeah, it had to be the 80s.
84, or was it 87?
I thought it was late 80s.
No, I think it was 87.
Because we won a Super Bowl with him as backup, and then I think 89 he was on the roster.
87. He joined the Niners in 87. Now I remember. 87 is when he enjoyed the Niners. 87, and then what was it? The year after 87. So John says 79, Tom. Is he referring to Steve Young? No.
Nah, Steve Young
No,
and Jordan 79.
yeah,
Hey,
no. That could have been Joe not was that Joe Montana? No, not even Joe Montana. Could
he
have been
said
Joe
he thought it
Montana.
was Montana.
Yeah, but it wasn't Steve Young.
Yeah.
Oops, I thought you said Montana. Yeah, Montana. Yeah, not Young. Young. I know for a fact now that it was 87 when he got traded.
Hey, I wonder what made the Niners see that potential in him to confidently get him while they had Joe Montana for additional seasons after that. Because it was like, man,
You mean to bring Stevie in?
yeah,
Well,
like that was pretty bold.
the thing is the manager, or what do you call it, the agent for Steve Young is good friends with Bill Walsh. Was good friends with Bill Walsh and Carmen Policy, and they weren't planning to bring Steve Young. Steve Young wanted out of the Buccaneers. I don't blame him, but because the year before in '86 when the Niners played the Giants, and Joe Montana got hit so bad in his back that he was carted off and was taken to the hospital. They honestly thought that Joe Montana was not going to play no more, so that's why they started talking to the agent of Steve Young, and Steve Young was traded, and then all the rest of it was history. But he had to sit there for a couple of years behind Joe Montana because Joe Montana had other plans. He wasn't ready to go.
Oh, that's
But
good
that's
issue.
why they
Didn't
brought
know
him.
that.
But the fear of Joe Montana not playing was the reason why Bill Walsh was interested in Steve Young, based on what Steve Young said in his book. This is a book, but it's audible. So instead of reading the book, you're hearing the book, and it was written by Steve Young. So if it's written by him, I tend to believe him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things that I didn't know about Steve Young.
Yeah.
The anxiety, the how he wanted to quit, how many times his dad told him he better not quit. He wanted to go home. He wanted to leave BYU because he was a lefty quarterback that he was on what did they call it, varsity squad, or and he went to the first game there and nobody knew who he was, and he keep telling his dad, I want to go home, because he was missing his family, and his dad says, you can quit the team, but you ain't coming home, because I don't accept quitters in my house. And so he was forced to stay there, and it all planned out. But there's so much he tells about his story, man, that if you're Steve Young, if you love Steve Young as much as I do, because, and you might hate me for this, but I like Steve Young over Montana. But that's just me. Not that I don't love Montana. I love Montana, but I just enjoy watching Montana. Beto, you froze for 2 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, like I said, I have no problem saying Steve Young is my favorite 49 of all time over everyone. So, there's a lot of greatness in the San Francisco organization. I have my reasons why, and I'm a left-handy too. That does play a small, significant part. But despite all that, I like Steve Young the best. So that's who I grew up on the most, and that's who put the ice on the cake for me to become a 49ers fan. I liked the 49ers prior to him, but once I got exposed to American sports more, and when I moved to America, Steve Young was my athlete that I really liked a lot.
Yeah, I just love the way he. Well, I used to like to watch Rondo Cunningham run for Philly. I love watching Warren Moon do his thing. I always love mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah, me too.
I wasn't one that like I love Kaepernick when Kaepernick came to the Niners. I just love quarterbacks that are able to extend plays with their
Me
legs,
too.
not so much with their arms. And this is why I'm so excited about Trey Lance going forward in the future, because he's going to give us a lot of that mobility that we've been lacking since Kaepernick. Although as bad as accuracy that people say Trey Lance has, he's a more accurate quarterback than Kaepernick ever was, in my opinion.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does, man. I'm excited about Trey Lance, and I'm excited about having Garoppolo back as well. I don't want to undermine Garoppolo either, but I'm really excited about having Lance. He's the future, his bright future ahead of him, and I really believe he's going to do big things for this organization.
Tom says he likes Ronnie Lott. Yeah, defensively, I'm a big defensive guy. I love defense over offense. I love Steve Young, but I love defense way much more than I do offensively. So when the defense is playing good and we're tackling and we're getting the quarterback and we're intercepting the ball, I love stuff like that. But I just enjoyed watching Steve Young do his thing. Do you know which was his first game uh, that he ever played as a Niner, Mike?
Oh no,
What
I don't.
against what team?
Um, I doubt it's his former team, Tampa Bay.
No, it
um,
wasn't Tampa.
I have no idea.
Does anybody in the comments remember he was brought in because Joe Montana hurt his thumb in practice and he was not able to go, so they threw him in there, and then he goes and gets hurt. His first opportunity to play after all that time, he gets hurt, and then Joe Montana came back and won the game. Steve was like, I couldn't believe it was my opportunity, and I go and get hurt. He got a concussion in that game. To see if anybody in the comments. I'm trying to remember. I just heard it the other day from him. I'm like, oh wow, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, but I enjoyed Steve Young as well. Don't get me wrong. I love Montana. Montana's what he did for the Niners. It was amazing. But I'm a big Steve Young guy, man, and that's who I enjoyed watching a lot.
Yep.
Over it was New Orleans Saints when they
Oh,
were
okay.
still in our division, of course.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. It was against Aber, Bobby Aber.
Bobby A. Bear. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I learned a lot, man. I learned about different players that he faced in college. So it was nice. John says Steve Young to Owens touchdown versus the Packers, and Owens got emotional. That was a day that Steve Young stumbled. He was
Yeah.
backing up and he
Dropping
stumbled.
back. Yeah.
He
I
almost
remember. I
fell,
remember
man.
watching that game.
Yeah, he almost
Like
fell.
while I was on. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was able to throw that in there down the middle, and then Owens. And the reason why Owens was so emotional is because if you remember watching that game, the guy
Drops.
was dropping all the
Yep.
balls his way.
I remember.
Drop, 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 drop. He was having a bad day, and then in order for him to hold on to the ball when it most mattered, yeah, that would definitely make someone emotional. Yeah, he was crying. I remember when he put his head on the what's his name? Who was it? He put on Much's shoulder and started crying. But
And
we all
although T.O. did go to that team that I despise, I will say my favorite Niners moment of all time in history is T.O. stumping on the Dallas Star twice. That made me so happy. I was like, that would be like the second best event that happened in my life. Outside of my kids being born, married to the wife. I would say that's up there with that.
wow.
Yeah.
That yeah
Better than me getting jobs that I hope that I get. Better than me passing college, getting a bachelor's degree. That was probably the second best thing that I've ever witnessed in my life. It's in the Cowboys, fake Cowboys, so-called America's team, getting disrespected in their house twice. The best feeling ever. I can't stand Dallas.
no, that makes two of us, bro. I think you hate Dallas much more than I do in a sense where I hate Dallas in general, but I'm okay with certain players that played there, but you are not. So
I'm equivalent to Boston haters' hatred of New England is my hatred for Dallas.
got you. Yeah, I like I said, I hate it, but I still do. I like Michael Irvin. Emmett Smith was one of my favorite running backs of all time. Him and Barry Sanders. Um,
I'm
and
okay
then
with Barry Sanders.
yeah, well, he didn't play for the Cowboys.
There you go.
Yeah. The only
I
thing,
don't like Michael Irvin.
and another reason why I hate the Cowboys too is because of the Herschel Walker trade to the Minnesota Vikings. Man, if that trade would have never happened, those extra Super Bowls that the Cowboys have would have never had it. No way, no how. If you want to hate the Cowboys for getting those extra Super Bowls, you got to hate Minnesota first. Minnesota.
I hate Dallas for a lot of reasons, but to call yourself America's team is the most idiotic thing you could say
Oh
when there's
yeah.
other teams in America. And what the hell makes you think you're better than everybody else? And you got this, you got this, you know, thing about your girls, your Dallas Cowboy girls looking better than everybody. You know, there's nothing in better than Dallas. All this rhetoric, yap, they run their mouths. Look, man, San Francisco and Dallas battled it out. Um, I can't stand Dallas for a lot of other reasons, which I won't get into. But there's for football reasons, I hate the Dallas Cowboys, and their fans are pretty much not intelligent at all. I can't stand Dallas, and I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm sure we probably have some families, kids might be wandering around. So I won't say what I really feel on this show. Just know I really don't like that team.
No, I hear you. The oxymoron. Yeah. Um, obnoxious. Yeah, they are. They're oxymorons, obnoxious. Um, Jerry Jones likes to go and put dollar bills where they don't belong. You know what I mean? So I never liked, and my reason for not liking the Cowboys is just strictly of all the Super Bowls that the Niners could have had in the 80s and 90s if it wasn't because of the Cowboys. So that's where my hate kind of grew for that team. And to this day, I always want to see the Cowboys lose. And the American team is such a, oh man, I hate that as well. Listen, they're one of the teams this year that got five primetime games. What has Dallas done to deserve five primetime games? But they do it because it's America's team. And that's annoying right there, bro. They don't deserve to have five. They don't even have a defense, bro. They don't have a defense. They have a quarterback that's coming from an injury. They don't really. Yeah, I don't know. But
I
they
had
got
an
five time.
opportunity to meet Troy Aikman before, and I turned it down as a kid.
Really?
I did. I rejected it.
He's cool.
He's not cool. I don't care about Troy Aikman. I don't care about Jimmy Johnson. I don't care about Emmitt Smith. I definitely don't care about Michael Irvin. And I don't give a damn about none of the Cowboys. Screw all of them.
Okay. Well, I respect that. Yeah, there's a picture that they have of Troy Aikman and Steve Young, and you can see their backs. I thought that was one hell of
My uncle used to play in the NFL, so he knew Troy Aikman. And Troy Aikman a long time ago had a crush on my aunt. And I had a chance as a young kid to meet Troy Aikman. They offered me, said, "Hey, you ever want to meet Troy Aikman? We're going to see him." I said, "No." I had just moved from Germany to America. I think when that happened, about a year after I moved from Germany, I'll never forget. I was in elementary school, and I had a chance to meet Troy Aikman in the mid '90s, and I said no. I turned it down, and I don't regret it to this day. If I had a chance to meet him and that roster, that team with the Cowboys, I would have. I'd rather jump off a plane with no parachute than to meet Troy Aikman
Wow.
and hope
Enough
I survive.
enough said there, bro.
So there you go. So I'm not joking either.
No, I believe you.
I really don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like the Cowboys, but I guess you take it to a whole new level
I don't
from
like
me.
Dallas, man. I got other reasons why I didn't say so. So Dallas is garbage. Period. I don't like that team. I told you I missed my family reunion award on my dad's side, where I made the most consecutive and the furthest family reunions travel as the
That's
youngest
right.
person in my dad's family. When they hosted it in Dallas, I broke my streak. I didn't go because one of the events was touring the Cowboy Stadium. You think I'm going to go in the Cowboy Stadium when the Niners are not playing there? Why would I go there when I'm going to commit larceny? You know, so I don't think it would have been intelligent on my part to go to the Dallas Cowboys Stadium knowing that I'd be in jail. So I can't do it. It's not just about football for me. it's about other stuff too. But football plays a big factor, but it's other stuff. And like I said, I'll leave it at that. I don't like Dallas. Period. They're garbage.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I got thrown out. So I'm like, where did I go? But
Yeah, enough of that team. I don't want to talk about them. They really
yeah,
put me in a
we're
foul
giving them
mood.
way too much time.
I was getting a good mood talking about the '80s and stuff. I don't want to get in a bad mood. So let's stay positive because just thinking about them pisses me off.
So, as we're coming to a close, man, because we've been almost an hour and I love it.
Wow, that fast?
Yep. So going
Oh wow.
back to the 80s in movies, and we'll shut it down with this. I know there are so many movies, so many TV shows, but if you can name me one of your favorite movies and one of your favorite TV shows of the 80s, if you had to pick them out of all of them, what would it be?
Well, earlier I did say "Do the Right Thing" was my favorite movie, and that came out I
That's
think
right.
'89. So my favorite TV show of the '80s and of all time is Miami Vice for me.
Crockett.
Yeah, Crockett and Tubbs, man. Like there is not a single episode I didn't like of Miami Vice. I love them all, and no, I don't care what nobody says. Crockett and Tubbs has style. They really brought like they put Florida out there as well because it was always New York and maybe LA as the forefronts back in the days as a huge markets. Miami had a huge market and it just wasn't appreciated as much. And Miami Vice took that show to a level that to me was amazing. And Miami Vice, man, is why everybody wants to come to Miami. The beautiful women, the culture, the flashy, fast cars, the sun, the palm trees, the beaches. You got it all, man. So Miami Vice, man, favorite show of all time, baby.
Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah, movies in the 80s I loved. There's just so many, but one of my favorites is Smoking the Bandit. I can watch that over and over and over again.
Don't forget about the Rambos and Rockies.
And the Rambos and Rockies, yeah, 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 and a lot of like Cobra, with
Cobra.
Cobra. Remember
Yeah.
a lot of those movies.
Star Wars was big to a lot of people back in the '80s too.
Star Wars, yeah, yeah,
I didn't really watch all those, but I'm aware of a few of them.
yeah. I watched. Yeah, I wasn't into it like much like a lot of my friends were, but I enjoyed it. You know, the R2D2, Luke Skywalker. I mean, I watched it, but I wasn't like a fanatic, like where people had like their pictures and they had all these toys of it. You know what I mean?
I
I
tell
do.
you what though, man, if we're gonna talk about the '80s, just have a fun show tonight, and we just chilling and vibing. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. There's one video game in the '80s that I hated with a passion, and I want everybody to go on YouTube and type in "Angry Nerd Ninja Turtles NES," the first one. That game was so damn hard on Nintendo. It made me hate that game until the second one came out. Then it redeemed itself. Because if you was a '80s kid, you know Ninja Turtles was huge back in the day. And when that first game came out, how the hell, like, if you could not beat that Nintendo game, if you know what I'm talking about, because I played it, watch Angry Nerd on YouTube and type in Ninja Turtles Angry Nerd, and that will relieve you of all of your stress and frustration of failing at that game. Because that game made you pissed. But the '80s video games, I don't care what nobody says. I was just playing Sega Genesis Classics with my son this past weekend. We were playing the game Golden Axe. I don't know if you remember that game on Sega, but that was a classic game. We played Sonic the Hedgehog. But the '80s had the games, man. The '80s had Mario Brothers. They had Duck Hunt, Double Dribble. Uh, let's see, man. I mean, it's so many games, man. I remember Streets of Rage. I mean, that was some classic games, man. Street Fighter. You know, there was a lot of games, man. Like it was good times, man. You know,
80s definitely were fun to watch. You remember the Blues
absolutely.
Brothers
I do, man.
with Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah, I do,
Those
I
are
do.
that was a fun movie. And you can't forget all the
RoboCop.
RoboCop, but I'm talking about what is his name? Bruce Lee movies. And they have to.
Of course, Chinese Connection, Enter the Dragon, Fist of Fury. Of
Yeah,
course, I
yep,
remember
yep.
all of those.
Remember those? And then all the Chevy Chase movies.
Don't forget about Zelda. Remember Zelda video
Zelda,
game?
yeah, for a game,
Mike
yeah.
Tyson Punch Out.
Oh, I love Punch Out.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Contra. You
Contra,
can't
I
forget
love
about
Contra.
Contra.
Contra was good.
Contra was the game. Oh, there's so many games, man. So, yeah, man. Going.
Did you
I
ever
mean,
did you ever enjoy the movie The Shining?
I did. I did.
That
It
was
was
all right.
creepy, but I did.
Yeah. Uh, Red Run, Red Blood. How does it? Red Rum, Red Rum.
Yeah.
I never knew what it meant until I realized it was a
Murder.
murder
Murder
backwards.
backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun, man.
Batman. Michael Keaton.
Yep.
The Joker. Wait till they get a load of me. That's my favorite scene. Wait till they. Hey, that I'm gonna tell you something, man. I know that Heath Ledger. Rest in peace to Heath Ledger. That Joker gets a lot of publicity, but listen, man, Jack Nicholson Joker, so great. I mean, it was the dude had like all his death scenes were funny too, like shaking somebody's hand till they burn up, pulling out a huge long gun and shooting out a bat plane. All that stuff was just funny, man. Like Joker was the Jack Nicholson did a phenomenal job as the Joker. It was great.
What was your first video console did you play it on?
Probably Nintendo,
Okay, mine was Atari
Atari.
2600.
Yeah, I played Atari, but Nintendo was my first technical. I think I would say Super Mario Brothers was probably the first game. No, Duck Hunt or Super Mario Brothers because they was on there together. I remember them being
Remember
together.
Asteroids?
Yeah.
Centipede?
I remember Galaga, uh, Donkey Kong. Uh, man, trying to think what else is out there from the 80s that was big, man. Hey, I think this was more 90s, but remember the Simpsons arcade game?
Yeah, that was 90s. Yeah,
That was fun. That was 90s though, but if you really want that game, it's on the PlayStation 3 network. The Simpsons arcade game.
Is it?
Yeah, go buy a PlayStation 3. I had it on the PlayStation network. I used to play that in the X-Men arcade game.
I used to love that game, Defender.
Oh, Defender.
You
remember
Combat?
Remember American Gladiators?
American Gladiators?
TV show?
Yes.
It had Laser, Nitro, Turbo.
Oh, yeah.
Ice, the Woman. There was some shows, man. That was a fun show. They was all on steroids though. Like we remember wrestling. I mean, if we're gonna talk about the 80s, got to talk about Ultimate Warrior.
Oh
Bret
my
Hart.
goodness!
Hey,
British Bulldogs,
British Bulldog, Buddhist Barbers, Beefcake, Jake the Snake,
the Bushwalkers.
Yep.
Remember the? Yeah. Oh, you gotta love it, bro.
Earthquake, Sergeant Slaughter, Demolition,
Junkyard Dog.
Yeah. Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper, bro. You gotta remember, Roddy Piper, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Hey, what was that? What was that?
Elizabeth, remember Elizabeth? Ooh, she was a hottie.
Yeah, I remember her. What was that?
Ric Flair.
What was that show in the 80s? Oh, we can't forget about Crocodile Dundee.
Oh yeah, Crocodile Dundee. I love that.
Crocodile Dundee?
That actress that played on that. Ooh, yeah.
Coming to America.
Yep.
Classic. Harlem Nights.
That was my favorite.
Harlem Nights.
Yeah. Harlem Nights, bro.
If you ain't watching good comedy, go watch Harlem
Don't make me
Nights.
shoot that. Don't make me shoot that. Ugly, nasty. Yeah. But the way he did it, he goes, and he points it down and shoots it. Your mother. I can't believe you shot my pinky toe.
How many people we got on this show from living in California right now in the chat? If you in California, just type in Cali.
In Living Color. You know that Jennifer Lopez was a fly girl and in Living Color?
No, Rosie Perez was on there too.
Yep, Rosie Perez. Oh shoot, yeah, Rosie Perez.
She was on there.
Her voice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, J-Lo was on the Living Color. A fly girl. You wouldn't even recognize her.
Nope. That's where she started. That's what,
not like the same.
Oh no. Yeah. Howard the Duck. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Howard the Duck, man. Those were Young Guns. I think Young Guns were the '90s though.
I did love the Goonies though, man. The Goonies was a
The
good movie.
Goonies, yeah, bro. Those
Good time.
trying to find the gold to pay for the parents'
Beat
house.
Street and the one I said earlier, Beat Street and the one with Turbo, the other dancing breaking.
Breakdown, yeah, break.
Breaking. I love those movies, man. That was classic '80s, man. Over the Top, remember that?
Yeah, with the Flash Dance.
Yeah. Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, yeah. Why did it take it so long for them to introduce the black? You told me that the black actor.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, damn. He was out on the first movie. He didn't come into like the middle of the movie.
Yeah, bro, and he was like one of the main
Like, damn.
characters. I'm like, God,
Hey, look, man. They did black dudes wrong back in the '80s, bro. I love the '80s, but damn, the first ones to die in every horror movie.
Another
I don't
one.
think none of them
Why do
survived.
black people die first?
It's gotten better now. Like we're at least making it towards the end.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. Like we have
first person to go, the white girl and the black dude.
Oh, black guy gotta go.
Yeah,
he gotta go.
They were scared of him. They had Purple Rain, bro. Yeah.
Hey,
Purple Rain.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Those child play movies were fun to watch back in the day. I never seen a dog curse, so to me that was so funny.
Which one?
Chucky when he cursed.
Oh, Chucky. I really got into that.
I watched it. I like the first three. I did see like the Seed of Chucky. After that, I just stopped watching. It got kind of
like Friday the 13th, bro. When Friday takes Manhattan, Jason takes Manhattan.
Oh, I remember that.
Really?
I wish Jason would have took Dallas, but
yeah,
that would have been something I love. That would have been my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, bro. That was the cartoons, Tom and Jerry.
Captain Planet around, or was that
Captain
90s?
Planet, the Jetsons.
Oh, the Jetsons.
Yeah.
See, the Jetsons showed us men that the woman outsmarted us. Remember, Jane took his wallet instead of the dollar bill.
Yep.
See, men, we had our warning sign right there, bro. The women got us, man. They're smarter, man.
Bro.
The women smarter, man.
yeah. Those were the cartoons, bro.
Yeah, the Jetsons was great, man. The Flintstones, Roadrunner,
Popeye,
Olive Oil.
Yeah. How did you give me hamburger today? I'm glad to pay you tomorrow. Wimpy.
Yeah. Remember what was that dog that used to laugh on the cartoons with Dashley? What was his name?
Big Red?
Nah. It was a dog that used to do this silly laugh, and he was with a guy. Damn, what was his name?
Are you talking about the
Was it Dashley Doolittle? I can't remember the name.
I gotta think. A cartoon?
Yeah, it was a cartoon.
Scooby Doo?
Nah, it wasn't Scooby Doo.
Oh, okay.
What Scooby Doo? You know,
Inky in the Brain. Yeah.
Fred off of Scooby Doo pissed me off.
Really?
Hell yeah, dude! When I went to Universal,
did I say it was called Sherman?
I have to go look it up. It might be. I don't remember the name. I gotta go. Hold on. I'm gonna find this. Hold on 1 second. I gotta look this up.
You got him going now. I hope you guys are enjoying tonight's show, man. It is fun talking about the 80s.
Hey, you know what, man?
I think we should make a group just about movies, 80 movies, and just sit there and talk about 80 movies. I have a group. It's called The Lounge.
Yeah, it is. It's Muttley, that dog. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, hold on, it's a commercial. Yeah, it's Dashley. Remember this dog?
Move it over more. Oh yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah.
Oh, remember Heathcliff?
Heathcliff. Yeah.
So Fred off of Scooby Doo pissed me off. I went to Universal Studios and they had the Mystery Machine there occasionally. And oh yeah, G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, absolutely. So Fred would piss me off because first of all, everybody know Daphne was the hottest chick on Scooby-Doo. Let's be real. Velma didn't get no play. Nobody really liked Velma. She was too nerdy. Now Velma might be bad if she get her hair did. I don't know. But anyway, Fred would never really solve the mysteries, right? Fred would always send Shaggy and Scooby, and he'd be like, Me and Daphne go this way, while you, the ugly chick, and the dog go this way. He was hating on Shaggy. Feel me? Because we all know Shaggy did drugs, if you pay attention to him. You know what I'm saying? He was on something. But Shaggy was still my dude. And every time they separate, Shaggy and Scooby would run away and they end up tripping, doing something stupid to catch the ghost. And then Fred comes at the end and they say, these damn kids. And Fred was like, yeah, we saw this. You ain't saw nothing, bro. You ain't do no work. Shaggy and Scooby got paid off, man. So Fred and his little turtleneck that he used to wear every day, when I saw him at Universal, I had a flashback as a kid. I wanted to take him out, man. I don't know. I hate Fred, man. Oh, yeah. Thundercats. Oh, that's the show. That's my show.
That's it right there,
that's
bro.
Jaga. Dude, I used to have that sword when I was a kid.
Really?
I did. I really thought I was a Thundercat when I was little. You couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was like the man with that sword. I had a He-Man sword and a Thundercat sword. Thundercats on the loose. Well, I remember that song. Yeah, that's right, Dina. Fred was a pretty boy. Fred was a little chump to me, man. He would always take, Daphne with him everywhere he go. Like, it wasn't no secret, man. He was trying to holler at Daphne. Like, come on, bro. Let's let Shaggy. You should Shaggy with a damn dog, man. Come on, man. Fred is garbage, man. So, whoa, what's up, GP? Hey, look what GP say. Tell him, GP, Fred was slick. Me and the girls will go this way. Shaggy and Scoop, you two will go the other way. Exactly. And he will always put them in the path that he know the damn ghost was in. Can't stand Fred, man. I told him that at Universal, too. I said, man, you was a goofy, man. You be hating on Shaggy. Hey, Knight Rider was that show. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something else that I didn't like back in the day, man. I'm sorry that I did like back in the day. I don't know if you remember, man, but R.I.P. to Debo. But before he was Debo on Friday, he was Zeus. Remember
yeah,
that?
Zeus. Yeah, Zeus.
He was the first dude in wrestling that I seen take a chair, like get hit with a chair and didn't go down. Because remember back in the 80s, you hit him when the chair was over.
Yep.
But Zeus got hit with a chair by Hulk Hogan. He didn't go down. He ended up knocking Hulk Hogan out in the first fight. I was like, they had that movie. Remember?
Yep.
Zeus had a movie versus Hulk Hogan.
I remember that.
I forgot the name of that movie, but I remember watching that movie, man. To me, Zeus was a badass back in the day.
I'm trying to think of the name of that TV show. It's kind of like Knight Rider, but it was with a helicopter. Let's see if you guys, let's see if our audience are paying it. I remember. I forgot the name of it. It was just like Knight Rider, but it was with a helicopter. They use a helicopter to attack people and defend people. What was the name of it?
You remember that show, Hunter?
Hunter, yeah.
I remember Hunter.
Hunter.
Yep.
Let's see if the audience remember who that show is. It was with the helicopter. What was the name of it? Yeah. It was Nighthawk or Blackhawk or.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. It was like a specially made helicopter. It was a special made helicopter in the 80s. It was kind of like the Knight Rider, but it was what was the name of it? Debo, Lester, and Zeus. Yeah, No Holds Bar.
That's right, No Holds Bar. That's what it was. That movie was fun, man. I used to like that. Remember the Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah. Oh, the Miss Daisy.
Yep.
Yeah. What was the name of that? Oh man, it's gonna eat me up. Yeah, it's gonna eat me up. The A-Team, I love that.
Can't forget about Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget.
Remember Get Smart?
Get Smart, no.
You don't remember Get Smart? Yeah, I remember Get Smart. You look it up. I'm sure you remember that if you see it. Dude walked in, elevator, the walls, the door or something hit him. I can't remember. I remember the intro, but yeah, Get Smart, man. I used to see that.
Really?
Yeah, man. Fraggle Rock. Remember Fraggle Rock?
The Monsters. Yep.
I remember Fraggle Rock. Yeah, Dina knows what I'm talking about. The shoe was the phone, exactly. Yeah, Get Smart. Oh yeah, the Jeffersons. The Jeffersons was a show too.
Going on up. Remember back in New York, the East Side was the better than the West Side.
Mm.
Remember Taxi?
Oh yeah. Oh, John Cannon put a good one out there. Married with Children. Al Bundy and
Yeah.
Peg. That was a good one.
Remember Chips?
Gilligan's Island.
Adam 12, the
Yep.
$6 million man,
Yep.
Fall Guy,
Man, it's good shows, man.
Sanford and Son,
Yep. Who's the boss? Remember that?
Who's the
What's
Boss?
that? Savage Family. They had Cheers, and then they had that
Remember,
Savage
remember
Family.
Hooker? TJ Hooker?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gomer Pyle?
Punky Brewster.
Oh, Punky
Remember
Brewster, yeah.
that? What was that? What was that show? That Savage Family. I can't remember the name of that. Oh, I remember Bionic Woman.
Bionic Wonder
Yeah,
Woman. Yeah.
the Wonder Years. That's it. That's right. Appreciate you.
Remember
Coming
Starchy
back.
and Hutch?
Yeah. Yep.
What was the name of the helicopter one? I'm just going to kick me in the butt.
DuckTales. Was that 80s? I think DuckTales was around then.
DuckTales.
Alf.
Alf. Yeah, that
I
was
remember
good.
Alf.
Alf, yeah. Frasier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
I Love
Yeah.
Lucy. Always said love that one.
Was Bewitched out around
Bewitched,
there?
dude. I love that one.
Yeah.
The Hulk.
Hey. Oh.
You don't want me when I'm mad.
I can't believe this. If it's the 80s,
Airwolf. Airwolf was the name of them we were talking about.
Oh, Airwolf. Hey, if you talking about the 80s, you ask me what my favorite movie is, I changed my mind, bro. I gotta say my favorite movie in the 80s is The Last Dragon.
Oh yeah, Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Show Enough. You remember that? Show Enough. Am I the meanest? Show Enough. Am I the prettiest? Am I the baddest mofo down around this town?
Meanest black man in live.
I can't hear you. Show Enough. That's what. Let me tell y'all something.
Leroy.
And my wife already knows this. The woman I had the biggest crush on before Beyonce was out, before J-Lo was out, before Heidi Klum was out, was damn Laura Charles from Last Dragon. Vanity. Dude, she was the baddest woman in the 80s. I'm sorry. At least one of the baddest women in the 80s. If you don't know about Vanity, go Google her. Before Destiny's Child, it was Nasty Girls. That was the original Destiny's Child back then for the 80s. They were more provocative, but they were that group. They had, yeah, GP know what I'm talking about. He know, he got the hearts. I see you, GP. Yes, sir. Hey, bro, Vanity was fine. Like, hey, man, come on, bro. Look, bro, you got to see her in The Last Dragon, bro. She was hot, man. Any movie, she was in Action Jackson. Remember Action Jackson?
Yeah.
Remember? There's another movie we forgot. What you call it? With Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte, The Cops.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, when he came from Detroit, because his friend got killed.
No, you're talking
48
about
hours.
Beverly
48
Hills.
hours.
Yeah.
48 hours.
Oh, speaking of cops, we can't forget Police Academy.
Police Academy,
Police Academy? Police Academy was dope.
Yeah, bro.
Police Academy.
Yeah, that was funny.
And rest in peace to Prince, man. No disrespect, but I was a hater of Prince. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I'm a man, and I'm looking at this dude dressed like a feminine woman, but he gets all the ladies.
Yeah,
and
bro.
Ladies on the
if
show.
I can get the woman that he got,
can you? And he had my girl Vanity, man. I'm still mad about that.
He had Apollonia.
He had everybody.
Ooh, Apollonia.
Ladies on the show, please, can you answer me? What the hell made Prince so hot to you? If I wore high heels, you wouldn't like me. Like, What was it? Please explain to me, please.
Bro, he had
What the?
it going on. The boy was a magnet.
I'm sorry, I just want to know, like, what the hell? Dressing up like woman, but get all the women, and he was killing it. But I can't. I mean, I don't. I wouldn't be dressing up with no high heels, but hey, that man had it all, man. He's the only one who can get away with that. Michael Jackson and him, they had them all. All the legends of Michael Jackson back in the day too.
What was the name of that movie?
Which
Vanity?
one? She was in Last Dragon. She was in Action Jackson. She was in a couple things. She was on Miami Vice TV show for like an episode also. I watched her, man. I remember seeing her in Last Dragon and Action Jackson was the two movies I remember her in the most. Oh, remember The Predator? There she go. Oh yeah, there she go. Now she looked a little. She got roughed up the scene before that, so, but she's still hot though. She's Canadian, by the way.
Is she?
Yeah, I'm a fan of her, bro. I love this. Like, dude, when I was a kid, I said I was gonna marry her. I was
Really?
Yeah, in the '80s. I said I was gonna make her my wife. You know what's sad though, man? She had a bad drug problem. And when she got rehabbed out of the drugs, she became.
You're talking to her as past tense. Did she pass away?
Yeah, she dead, bro.
Oh,
She's
okay.
gone.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
She when she got out of her drug addiction, she became a pastor, and she has a lot of sermons on YouTube, man. She didn't even want to be called Vanity no more. She said call her by her real name, Denise Matthews, and she's a pastor, and it's like a total transformation from who she used to be in the 80s to who she was like 10, 15 years before she died. And her testimony is amazing. She survived like with no kidney or barely a kidney. It was amazing. She should have been dead, but hey, don't show me that picture, man. He took my girl. Come on, bro.
Sorry.
Come on, man. You just gave me a flashback. Took my girl, man. I was like Richie in the movie, man. She's mine. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. That girl had my heart forever. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. She was my first woman crush in my life. Yeah. Bro, she was all that, bro. Good Lord Almighty. She was all that. I'm sorry. I thought she was the baddest thing out there. So, yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I found out.
Rest in peace to that queen, man. She was something, man. I'm telling you.
Halle Berry's way better looking, Tom. Sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Than who? Better
than Vanity.
Yo, you gotta respect my girl like that. Okay, let me tell you something. Halle Berry, okay, might look all that to y'all now. Did you like Halle Berry in the Boomerang days versus Halle Berry in Monsters Ball? Because we know why some of y'all like Halle Berry. That scene in Monsters Ball. Did you like Halle Berry in Boomerang
Catwoman,
days?
bro.
Okay, before Catwoman, did you like Halle Berry in Boomerang days when she didn't have all that money? You liked it when she got to the Flintstones movie. That's when she started looking a little bit better. Yeah. Vanity looked good no matter what. Bro, tell you, Vanity's all that, man. I'm sorry. Thank you, GP. GP know what's up. GP know what's up. GP know what's up.
I'm right with you. I couldn't agree anymore. Vanity.
GP know what's up. My bro, he know what's up. Hey, y'all sleeping before all these chicks? It was Vanity, bro. She was original.
Yeah, to me, I'm trying to think of that Latina girl from Night was it Night Rider? Not Night Rider. Dark Rider. What was her name? She was hot. She was Hispanic.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The scene on Last Dragon where she blew the kiss when they were in Seventh Heaven.
I remember that one.
That kiss personally, I thought it was to me only, bro. I actually took that kiss and felt it. That was my love. I told my dad I was gonna marry her, man, and I was like, super. That movie came out in 1985, bro, and I had a crush on her first day. I kissed the TV when she came on. I love that lady, bro.
How old when she passed away?
I can't remember.
Was she still young?
Nah, she was older. She was probably in her 50s.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my age. That's not that old.
Yeah, I mean it was young, but
I'm like, you made it sound like
considering that she, you know what I'm saying, she had a bad drug problem for decades and she lived that long, she got another 10 or 15 years added on to her life. She was not supposed to live, bro. Hear her testimony, man. It'll change, it'll mess you up. You don't have to be a religious person to just be inspired by this lady, her transition in
no.
life.
She don't get me wrong. She is pretty. She is.
Hey, Dina even said being a female vanity was very nice. See, Dina know what's up. I like Dina. Dina, yeah. See, John Cannon knows she still. See, some of these young people on the show don't know who she is. They go. This was before all these fake implants and fake butts, y'all. By the way, because back in the '80s, women didn't have to do all that. They was naturally gorgeous. Back in the '80s, they had messages. Remember Captain Planet TV show? And after Captain Planet went off, it would give you a message about saving the earth. After He-Man went off, it would give you a positive message. You know what I'm saying? Back then, we had values. Back then, we had some type of code we lived by. Now, it's totally different, man. We got to get back to those values, man.
What's her name? Jessica Alba was the one I was talking about.
Hey, I'm Team Vanity for life, bro. I don't care about none of these people, man. Everybody else second place, bro. Holly Berry is second place too. I don't care. Jessica Alba second place too, bro. Vanity for life, bro. Oh, I mean, great. She was my first crush. I gotta stay loyal, man. That's it.
Alisa Milano. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was a cutie. Because John said that was his crush.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look. Back then, the people were natural, men and women.
Oh, yeah.
Now, look at women today and men, and look at men and women back in the '80s. Total difference. Vanity didn't have all the implants and stuff. She was naturally beautiful. She didn't need all that extra, you know, junk in the trunk and the eyelash umbrella. She didn't have to have all that, man. She's natural. You know what I mean? And again, man, back in the '80s, women. Janet Jackson was good looking back in the '80s. You know, Paula Abdul, Madonna looked nice back in the '80s. Like these women were nice back then. You know what I'm saying? And they had good music. They could sing. They were so talented. Like women back then didn't have to show a whole lot. They just had to really naturally talented. Anita Baker, like these women were just talented. Is it kind of hot in here, Miss Charles? That's what he just said. What I just said. Is it kind of hot in here, Miss Charles? I know that whole movie from beginning to end without watching it. I could tell you what they're gonna say before they say it. I watched that movie that much.
You didn't watch it for Bruce Lee. I tell you that much.
I mean, I'm a Bruce Lee fan, but I know that movie. But yeah, I did watch for Vanity. You damn right. You already know.
I hear you, Paula. I was back in the Shade. Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, like
I was more of a Whoopi Goldberg. No, not Whoopi. She was not her. I'm mistaking the name. What's her name? Girls Just Like to Have Fun.
Oh yeah.
I forgot her name.
Hey, listen to the songs these women sing, man. They had meaningful songs, bro. Messages in them. They didn't have to curse. They didn't have to show every single body part.
Yep.
They made natural.
They showed
music.
talent.
They showed talent,
not body.
So I'm saying you listen to them because you love the music.
Yep.
And they can entertain you. Now, man, not even close. And when people give these people the greatest this and that today, I'm just saying you have to take each decade and say that they're great in their time. But don't
Cyndi Lauper, thank you. Yes.
Don't compare them to the '80s, man. I'm sorry. The '80s had their own style. You know what I'm saying? Cannot be duplicated.
Or replicated. Yep.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, those are definitely the fun days, bro. The '80s, those natural grows. Nowadays, like, you know, with all the makeup, the hiding there, and you wake up, you date one girl, and then you wake up the next morning, you're like, who are you?
Hey, remember Tecmo Bowl?
Tecmo Bowl, yeah, first football.
Oh man, that game was that game was the epitome of me playing with the Niners every day, man. You know, occasionally go to Bo Jackson here and there, but that Niners team, it was over. I remember Tecmo Bowl, man.
Dina says, I had style back then. That's why still
Tell him,
get
Dina.
in.
I like Dina, man. Dina's our ride or die right now, man. Much respect to Dina. Hey, y'all, if you are in the Southeast or in Florida, we are playing San Francisco 49ers is playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, our Lord will all be at that game. I'm actually trying to go to a game in San Francisco this year. So, I'm trying to make that happen. Get my ticket soon to go to Cali. But I will definitely be at the Jacksonville game.
Yeah, yeah, you're closer to Jacksonville than you are to Tampa, right?
Jacksonville, yeah, it's further than Tampa Bay. Tampa's the closest to me, then Jacksonville, then Miami. Miami's the furthest. Hey man, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Please don't do it to me. You give me these flashbacks of this on my queen. Seventh
Oh,
heaven. Come on, man. Don't do it to me, bro.
got it, bro. You got it. Look at that.
Nah,
She's
man.
saying, Mike, Mike.
Nah, man. She can't do that to me, bro. Come on, man. Hey, I actually, I actually like. Hey, that's classic, man. I can't, man. And that movie has some great songs in it. Like
you, you couldn't even look, bro. I love you, Mike.
I can't, bro. I can't, man. I can't, man. That's my girl, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh
All right, go. Boy, we're definitely going to end this on a high note, man. It was fun.
yeah, man. Hey, listen,
Today's show
man.
was fun, bro.
We actually just had fun tonight. We normally talk about our Niners and we keep it in, but man, we just had fun like a cookout or the barbershop. We just chopped it up tonight. So you know what? Forgive us if you want to hear more about the Niners. We try to squeeze a little bit in, but man, we got so caught up on the '80s, man. We went off script. We,
But you know
that,
what? It was fun. We got to do it more often, man. I mean, not for the whole show, maybe, but I really believe we should have a show and just talk about movies and TV shows, bro.
hey, I'm cool with
Not a
that.
Niner show, a show of just movies,
Nah, that's
movies in
cool.
general.
That's
Doesn't have
cool.
to be '80s, but just to get people to feel that. I think that'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting. It's
Hey,
been
I
it's,
think everybody liked it, man. The fans showing a lot of love because sometimes, man, when you in life, sometimes, man, you come on here expecting one thing. Like tonight, I ain't expecting to talk about the '80s tonight, but you know what? Everybody on this show, it seems majority of people on the show can relate, and I'm glad because it took us down memory lane together. And when we might be able to go back in time and just say, I'm gonna go watch some of these classics, man. I tell you what, this weekend, everybody do something that you used to do in the '80s, man, and make it. I don't care what it is, man. If it's listening to '80s music all weekend, or if it's dressing like you in the '80s, watch a movie or TV show, go relive your childhood and have fun, enjoy it. Because the problem with life is we get older and we start living adult life. We forget to have fun. We forget to have fun like a childhood. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Gotta have childlike fun. When's the last? Let me ask y'all this: when's the last time y'all played a Nintendo game? Would you not get excited if you
Come
could
on,
play Duck Hunt right now? Had that
Duck
cartridge in the
Hunt.
gun and shoot the duck, and that dumb dog used to laugh at you when you missed the duck. I got a flashback for a moment because that used to piss me off.
Yeah, bro.
But
Wasn't one of them with a ping pong with the ball going back and forth, back and
oh,
forth,
I know
back
what you're
and forth.
talking about. I remember that. I forgot the name of that. I know what you're talking about though.
Real quick,
And
let me throw this in real quick, just because people
oh
are
yeah,
asking. This is a page that I have. I don't have that many people on there, but it's called the Lounge. The Lounge. Ask to be request to be, or no, you don't have to request. Just like the page. Go to it on Facebook, like the page, and on here we can go live and we can talk about games. We can talk about movies. We can just sit there and lounge and just wanted to just have a good day and just talk about whatever comes to mind, bro. I think it'll be fun. It's been an hour and a half already, bro, and we're you know, it seems like it's just been a half hour. So everybody look up the lounge, like it, be part of it, and then we can definitely go and have fun. Then we can talk video games like Duck Hunt. We can talk about Donkey Kong, Centipede. What was the one that ping pong? I can play that for hours. It was a green on Atari 2800, 2600. It was just a green screen with a ball, and you hit it and it goes across the screen. And I used to play for hours in that game when I was a kid. That's how the games nowadays. These kids are nowadays are spoiled, bro. Yeah, it's
Javier
cool.
said he played Nintendo earlier today. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Javier, if you have Nintendo, do you have that game Kung Fu?
Kung Fu.
Remember that Kung Fu? They had
Ping
Sylvia,
pong.
the girl that had the rest. Oh, Dina said Pong. That's what you're talking about. I think that's what she was saying.
Yeah, Pong.
Oh, I just seen Dina said she going to Jacksonville, Duval.
Yeah, she is.
All right, Dina. So make sure we be in touch before the game. I gotta see Dina. Me and Dina we're gonna take some pictures and put it on the N.W.A. and show everybody how we rock. So Dina, we got a tailgate. I'm gonna have a Orlando chapter with me. So make sure you come out there and holler at your boy Florida Mike because I will be out there in Jacksonville.
There you go, man. Yeah, so yeah, man, we're gonna have a show on that page, bro, and just talk about. Maybe I'll set up some of the games, Nintendo. We can talk about Nintendo. We can talk. I think it'll be fun, bro. It'll be fun. Get on a
Hey,
Friday.
real quick, Javier, do you still have your original Nintendo, or did you buy like a modern Nintendo that you could play the old classic games? I want to see what Javier says.
Do you remember breathing on the cassettes?
Yeah, putting them under your shirt too, and
Yep,
hoping they.
that's crazy stuff, bro.
Yeah.
He says
Um.
no, but I played it before.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
But yeah,
Um.
bro.
I don't have my original Nintendo, man. I don't know where the hell it's at, but I tell you what, let me get my hands on Nintendo. I'm getting Contra. That's one of my favorite games. I will play that game all damn day. I had the Nintendo Wii and Contra was on that game, and I used to play it on Nintendo Wii. I remember that.
Contra. I like Contra too.
Yup.
Shooting everywhere, laying on the floor. Um,
Games
I
was
like,
just so simple, man. It was just two buttons, A and B.
yep.
Real quick, man. Before we go, I have a funny story, and I'll share with everybody. And I want to know from the faithful out there, should I let this go? So the Ninja Turtles 2 game that came out on Nintendo, I believe it was like 1990, 1991, around there. Um, I had this guy, I was still living in Germany at the time. So I had this friend of mine. He told me, back in the days, if you had the code, the cheat code, the password, you were the man, right? So people would give codes away for it's for internet and GamePro magazine. This is when you used to get the code from hearsay, and then you give it somebody for some money, right? So he had the code to the Ninja Turtles game, but he wanted to beat it from start to finish to say that we beat it, right? So I said, okay, cool. I was like, yeah, that's my game. That's my game. I like the red dude. Yeah, the jungle first stage. So make a long story short, I got in. Yeah, it was two players. I used to have a red guy. I know they had a red and blue dude. So make a long story short, this guy was in fifth grade. I was in second grade, and he told me if I help him beat the game from start to finish, he would give me the code. I said, deal. Well, I helped him beat the game from start to finish. We literally played that game like all day, literally. Because, back in the day, we didn't have no memory card to save stuff. You had to leave the Nintendo on. You cut it off. That was it. Well, we played the game for probably like 12 hours straight, and we finally beat it. And then he reneged on me. He didn't give me
Oh
the code.
wow, that's
So we got in a fight in his room. We pretty much threw some blows. His mom came in there, and he's in fifth grade. I'm in second grade. And I tell you, the anger I had in me, I think I punched him in his chest so hard. He was so shocked, and we started squaring up a fight. And I had no fear. And he was bigger than me, and we got in a big fight. I slammed him. I think I caught him off guard. I didn't think he think I would I charged him like a bull. And then after that, his mom broke it up, and my parents got called, of course. So he had to give me the code, and I don't want to say his name publicly because I don't know if this gets looked at one day down the road. But if I ever see this dude again, I think I'm going to pick it up where we left off. Should I let that go, family? 1990. That he didn't give me the code. Or should, if I see him again, should me and him have a 3-round MMA battle?
no. You should let it go, bro.
Let it go. What do fans say? I think somebody out there feel my pain. Remember, I was a kid, so that pissed you off. Oh man. But nah, he didn't give me the code, and then his mom had to slap him upside the head for him to give me the code. I think it's like down 7, right, BA select start. I think I still remember it. Oh man. But
You're funny, bro.
Yeah, it was funny, man. Like, it's just the stuff we used to do as kids, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, those are some classic games, man, from the Nintendo days. It's cool to see that stuff. So, like we said, family, if you guys, when you guys, you know what I'm saying, Dina said, let it go, give us all right, I let it go. That wasn't like 1990. But now, all jokes aside, guys, seriously, if you are out there and you got a day like Monday, the good thing about this show been on Mondays when you go to work and you having a Monday and it's the worst day that everyone dreads because Friday is most of the days that everybody looks forward to, right? Then you can come on this show and you get this positive vibe. Who would have thought tonight you'd have had a show just strictly going back to your childhood or your early younger years to where you remember the 80s, you know what I mean? The classic time. So when you go out here, guys, make sure you live your life, enjoy every moment, minimize distractions. I'm telling you now, minimize distractions. That means if you're on social media, minimize social media because sometimes that can be a distraction from our daily happiness. Social media has transformed our communication so much. It can be positive, but it can also be negative. It depends on how you're using it and what your intent is. So make a long story short, guys, get out here and enjoy life. Do something that you haven't done in a while. If you hadn't flew a kite in a long time, go fly a damn kite. You know what I mean? If you, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Get a group of adults and go play hide and go seek. Or if you got your wife, go play hide and go get it. That's what it turned into when you got older. But you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, go out there and go play something. Play freeze tag or kickball as an adult. Play kickball as an adult. And tell me you won't have fun in your life. Like, that's what we got to get back to as adults. We got to stop living life like adults sometimes and live life like a kid. Because we talk about children today not going outside. Well, when the last time adults went outside and played? Children don't go outside because it's technology and all that, right? Well, when the hell is the last time a group of adults went outside and played kickball? You don't think the kids will follow you? Think about it. Go outside and play kickball as an adult this weekend if you can, or fly a kite. You know what I'm saying? It will bring you back to your childhood, and you won't believe how much joy it will bring to your life. So get out there, man. Go do some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's just my thing. I want to put that positivity out there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's right, GP. That's the Florida version. You know how we roll, baby.
Hide and go get it. I love it.
Ooh, yeah. But hey, I'm gonna try to go find me some adults and beat the kids in kickball, man, and go play volleyball, whatever it is, you know. So enjoy life, guys. It's short, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man, it's short for real, man. Enjoy life. Whatever you do, don't let your stresses outweigh your blessings. You know.
Come on now.
Enjoy life, y'all. I'm telling you. I know too many people that are so tied up with their job. They're so occupied with their job that they haven't even taken time to invest in themselves. You work for a company 40 hours a week. How much of those hours do you put in yourself in a week to enjoy yourself, get your alleviate time, right? Your peace of mind is more important than your job because without your peace of mind, you won't have a job. Think about it. You won't be effective. You won't be happy. You won't be productive. So value your peace of mind. Straight up. And with that being said, and all the positivity before we go, I want to say one more last positive things. Dallas Cowboys suck. You're egotistical, cretinous, disgusting, futile, vomiting, evil, despicable. Everything they said in the song about the Grinch when they were singing the song "You're a Mean One." That's how I feel about the Cowboys. You suck. Bang, bang, out of the game.
I love it. I love how you bring the positive. We're gonna call it a night, bro. We're man, an hour and 40 minutes. But you know what? We were having fun. We all enjoyed each other. Just kind of want to just kind of go based on what you just said about being positive. Gotta be positive. Gotta be people that encourage others. You gotta see everything with the glass half full instead of half empty. Things are gonna come your way. You're gonna go through struggles. You're gonna go through circumstances that you're not going to find yourself liking to be in, but you got to remind yourself that there's a purpose for everything. Everything you go through, there's a purpose. You can learn from it or you can lose to it, you know. So I choose to learn. People already know this. I went through 10 years of being paralyzed from my waist down, not able to walk, man. I went through from being a man that can take care of my family to a man that had to be taken care of by his wife. And I am not embarrassed to say it because that's part of my testimony. I died on the operating table, bro, and I was brought back to life. But just to find out that I was going to be paralyzed, so I know negativity, I know positivity, I know what it is to be on both sides, man. But you got to look at everything a positive because negativity is never going to get you anywhere. You never. It's not going to change your circumstances. It's not going to change your environment. But the way you see things, the way you accept things, will. And if you stay positive, I'm telling you, positivity is contagious. People will pick up on it, whether they want it or not. You are positive always. People will. Nobody wants negative people. At least I don't. I don't know about you, Mike, but I don't want negative people around me. There's enough of that around this world. I want people that are positive, people that are encouraging, people that are always looking to go forward. So we got to stay positive. Always love your children and always tell your kids that you love them. Tell your loved ones you love them because tomorrow isn't promised, and that's a reality, man. We can go to bed tonight, not wake up tomorrow. So always let your loved ones know that you love them. Give them an encouraging word before you go to bed because that might be something they're going to hold on for the rest of their life, especially if we don't wake up the next day. So, with that said, Mike, it was always a blessing having you on. Everybody, Dina, Tom, Javier, John, and GP, and the rest of you watching the channel, thank you for supporting the N.W.A podcast. We love you. God bless you and have a wonderful week. And we'll see you on Friday at 7:15. Until then, goodbye and God bless. Peace.